This week on Dirt Every Day, it's a drag race between the Millersburg Ferry and Tubesock, the floating Jeep. Hey Rob.
Brad,
What do you think?
what happened to this Jeep that was totally a together working Jeep?
Well, you know, I decided to do an engine swap.
Why not? It worked great.
So I called you in here because you have a boat. And
I do have a boat.
I'm gonna drive this Jeep underwater.
Yeah, sure, okay. All right, I'm on board.
I ripped everything out because I want to drive it underwater, but I want to be able to get out of it in case we have any issues underwater.
Okay.
Also, I got these desktop seats. It had those really nice racing seats in it, but I wanted nothing around me. Cage is out, seats will mount in there. They're really simple. They're just like basic vinyl seats. This is what you'd put in an old CJ.
They're pretty boat-like.
Yeah.
I like that. I'd
You
put
like
this in my
boats?
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be brilliant. So here, put these in there, and I'm gonna go work on the engine.
Let's go back to work on my boat.
So this is our engine. This is a Cummins 4-cylinder, and this is Steve. Steve's from Cummins. Steve, what can you tell me about this 4-cylinder?
All right, so this is the ISF 2.8 liter. We use this all over the world. We use it here in the States right now in a lot of industrial equipment, mini excavators. This engine is about 540 pounds. So the traditional 4BT that everyone talks about and loves is about 300 pounds heavier than that. But it's a little bit too big and too heavy and cumbersome to put in a Jeep like Tubesock.
What type of power numbers are we looking at?
So this one in its stock form is around 160 horsepower. It's about 266, 267 foot-pounds of torque, which that's low-end torque. So you're getting that around 1,600 RPM, and that torque range is pretty broad, falls off around 3,000 RPM.
So what we're getting here is we still have a small package like the engine that was in Tubesock, but we're getting more power, more torque. This is a great upgrade for either a 4-cylinder TJ or a straight 6. How does it work underwater?
I don't know. We'll find out. I think a lot of that will depend on how good a job we do waterproofing. You know, this isn't a mechanical engine, it's an electronic engine.
So there will be some computers running this engine because it's a common rail. We're gonna seal all that stuff up or put it in an airtight container. Let's put it in there.
All right.
Whoa!
Oh, this actually could have been a race this time. Yeah, you're halfway. You see me right above you?
Keep going straight.
Kinda, you're getting a little off course to the left. You want to turn right. Give her a little bit of right rudder. Keep going right. Keep going passenger. Or starboard. Oh yeah, looking good, fella. Yay! Woo! Come on, that's exciting! Woo! Woohoo!
We just drove a Jeep underwater. That was awesome! It was so warm in there. There's mermaids swimming around, just like a normal Jeep. My hood blew open. I had to get a mermaid come and close it for me. So Sam brought us up here to the top of what might be the highest peak in Hawaii.
Quite.
Or we might actually be like
You wouldn't
50
know it.
feet off of the beach. What is all this liquid sunshine all around us? It's beautiful up here. We may be in Hawaii. We may be in Northern California on top of Mount Whitney for all I know.
Right.
But we've been wheeling, we're getting dirty. It's awesome. So I think we should hike back down and find more dirt.
Dude, I think you're going the wrong way.
No, I'm pretty sure we parked right over here.
Yeah, this is not the way we came.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Well, later.
Just follow your nose.
Hey, trail.
You go that way. I'll go this way.
See ya. Have you done anything different to the motor on this? Is it still just a stock?
It has a Banks header kit on it.
But the headers typically are better at higher RPM. There you go.
Yeah.
Going for a ride.
This will be a fun little circle. There you go. Come on, little Tubesock.
You know what the engine's saying that whole time? Stop,
Yay!
stop, 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 stop.
No, the engine's saying, yay! Fun!
Fred, if you ever get here, keep on moving.
Hurry it up, he's running out of film. Larry, can I go around this side?
No, no, I cannot. No. It's only for Toyotas.
All right, so same engine, same block, same head, same footprint. So we didn't have to change any of the motor mounts. We didn't have to do any of that. The EGR system I was telling you about fits in the same footprint. You can see a crossover tube in the back here, and then you can see the EGR cooler tucks in behind the alternator. So again, we're not in the firewall, no firewall modifications.
We did modify the grill
Yeah.
to put an intercooler in there, because remember when it went underwater, it just had a tube going over it. Now it actually has a charge air cooler.
We will still be able to run the stock cooling package, but like Fred said, we do have a charge air cooler.
Steve, is this engine a 4BT?
This engine is not a 4BT.
Everybody tells me the 4BT is the greatest Cummins engine ever made.
The 4BT is a great engine.
It is a great engine.
And it might be one of the greatest engines we've ever made, but it's not the best engine for this Jeep.
You think this is a better engine for
I think
this
this
Jeep?
is the best engine for this Jeep. This engine's 330 pounds lighter than a 4B.
330 pounds?
330 pounds, you heard it.
Wow.
You heard it here, you heard it first.
That would be
Yeah.
like me trying to lift Steve and Steve.
Or just a Steve.
Or just Steve. So what we're doing is we're hooking up wires to the engine. We built it as a submarine once. It's actually a lot easier than building it to drive on the street because there's a lot more sensors you gotta hook up, a lot more plumbing you wanna do, power steering's back in, the intercooler, all of that electrical, the heater's hooked up. We're gonna put the cage back in, all of that stuff, more complicated. So we're at 57 miles an hour on your GPS. My speedo's sitting at right about 61, so the speedo's off a little bit, but not too bad.
Yeah.
You can definitely smell the paint burning off, all the fresh engine smells. That's the thing that nobody tells you. Like you do an engine swap,
and you drive it and you're paranoid if you think it's on fire. Yeah, you're like, oh, what's that? Why is clear coat on the engine, Rust-Oleum on the exhaust? Yeah. That's what's kind of cool, because like we're not just putting a diesel engine in a Jeep, but we're also helping you figure out like what it needs to be in a crate engine. You've yet to like get over 900 RPM.
I don't wheel it over 900 RPM. This is the type of stuff I can do all day. I don't think we got over 800 RPM in the diesel. Just check. Low gears with the Atlas, 538s, turn on our air lockers. This is fun wheeling, and that diesel is a fun engine for it because it's slow, technical stuff. This isn't rock bouncing where you're bouncing over stuff. It's not running hot. See, the type of guy that would keep his 4-liter would make bad decisions. Kind of like what Mike's doing right now. So a lot of things have to come off of it.
All right.
And the Jeep needs a lot of tires to add buoyancy so that it will float. Now, if you kids went to science class, you would learn all this stuff. You bolt lots and lots of tires onto your Jeep, it'll float across a river.
Piece of cake.
In theory. What we're gonna do is we're gonna delete the roll cage, we're gonna delete the doors, we'll probably take the windshield frame off. All of the stuff in the back of the Jeep that I take with me when I go four-wheeling, it's all gotta go. Then, we're gonna make some wheel adapters. These wheel adapters will bolt to the Dana 44 front and Dana 60 rear and slowly allow us to mount more tires and wheels outward in each corner. So this is what we're doing. These are pieces of 4-inch tubing. They're about 120 wall, and then these plates on the end are 1/4 inch thick. They have 10 holes in them, but they really only need to have 5. We just added more holes to lighten it up. The way this will work is this end, the smaller disc, will have 5 9/16 bolts that run through them and then are tack welded on the back end. Then there'll be the wheel that will come here, and then another one of these will sandwich the wheel, and then we'll put nuts on the outside, and then that will hold the wheel and tire in place. So one of them will bolt to the axle, then it'll bolt a wheel, then it'll bolt to another wheel, and another spacer, and another wheel, and another spacer. Now these aren't super light, but we need a balance between lightweight and strength. So because of the larger diameter, it should be strong enough to not bend when all the tires are together. Plus,
We're still churning dirt.
no, we're off now. But we're going that way.
Give it some gear. Maybe we're just gonna turn into it. We're taking on water. We're booking that way. Yeah. Hit third. We need some wheel speed. Wait till we get out of the rocks so we don't break an axle.
Yeah, I know. Kind of taking it easy. I think our plan is working out perfectly.
Yes. Once again, geniuses. Oh, there goes that.
That's a problem.
You want me to go get it?
Yeah. It really floats well, Dave.
It broke at your weld, not mine. Yes.
All right, now we just got to get back over there.
Yeah, piece of cake.
Too much power.
Yeah.
Too much torque.
That's what it was. It wasn't bad engineering.
Like everybody left.
I know.
You're doing a good job, little buddy.
So it turned out the winch was the most important part of this build. Like usual.
That went great.
You're doing a good job.
We did it, Dave.
Yeah, we sure did. Did a good job.
All these people came out to watch us, and as soon as the wheel fell off, they all left.
Yep. You're like the hometown zero.
Yes. But we made the Jeep float.
We didn't do
We
that very
raced
well.
The
But
ferry boat.
yep,
We got back to shore.
he's not here yet, so I think we won.
Yeah, it's our show, our rules.
Yeah, very good. I think that's it.